Welcome tech lovers, Ibrar here. Today I am going to cover Docker inspect command with examples. This is the part 7 of Docker 0 to Hero series. This is the most important command to work with production environment. Watch till the end. DevOps in Action channel is more focused on DevOps in easy way. You always found complexity and simplicity here. Each video guide is available in video description. Here will be only action as channel name is DevOps in Action. So let's jump to the lab without any delay. In my channel you can get link here in the description. Open GitHub and find out the Docker 0 to Hero series. Here in the day 07 you can see Docker inspect command is available. Basically, what is Docker inspect command? Docker inspect command provides you the containers all information. It is most important part for production, and you can debug it. In production environment, when you go to work, in that case you will face many kind of issue, right? Let's say some containers is not working and some path is wrong. There are a lot of things happens, right? And also Docker inspect command is helpful for bash scripting and Python scripting. When you work in the production, you will always use automation tool like Ansible, Terraform, and in that case you can use either Python and either bash script, right? So let's see what is the Docker inspect command. Docker inspect command, as I details added here, you can just read it, but I want to show you on the terminal. Okay, so what is Docker inspect? So Docker inspect provide low level information of Docker object. Here options available is format, it support format, and it support size, right? So let's see one by one. This is the simple command, and I have couple of containers running here, you can see, and I want to choose one container, and instead of typing container name again and again, I'm going to set it in variable, right? So that would be best practices to work with the production environment. Here I added in the variable, and let's see the basic inspection. This is the Docker inspect command, and I added the container name, which is in the again in variable. Once you hit enter, you can get a lot of information. Let me maximize it. Here is a lot of information available, right? So you can find out manually, but it is difficult to scroll down and find out each and everything from here. That's the reason we are going to use inspect and format and some jQuery to extract the information from there. Let's see, this is the full config JSON. Get full container config in JSON format. Again I use the format here, and want to extract JSON dot config. Here dot config is represent. Again let me show you, not this one. Where is the config sections? ID, state, mount, config. Here I want to extract this one, right? I'm extracting this one only. So you can find out a specific section from the inspect command. Okay, let me make it simpler. Here you can get some information like host name, environment variable, CMDs, health check, and these basic informations, right? And if you want to get which kind of image name is used in the container, In that case you can extract it directly config.image. You can see here we started this container with the nginx latest images. You need to understand JSON format, how it works. We started .config, in the .config again .images. So this is the simpler things, hierarchy you need to follow. Let's see again. Yes, in the .config I extracted images. Where it is? I'll check images here. Yeah, here in the config, and after that config I extracted from the images this one. You can also, let's say if you want to extract entry point, then you can do it as well. Let's see. JSON format is most important things you can get. Right here you can see the output. When you work with the production environment in the corporate world, in that case you can use Python script and Shell script. In that case you can write this kind of things, right? Let's see some network related information. I want to get container network information. So container network information, I'm just printing the network setting and the whole network block. Let's see what it is. You can see I printed the whole network block, right? In the whole network block all information related to network is available, but I want to extract some IP address. Let's say I want to extract only IP address of the bridge one. It can be, let's say if you work with production environment, in that case your container is running with multiple networks, maybe with the multiple network type of let's say bridge and host one, also with the non network or your custom network. In that case you can find out the all network information. Let's say your container is running with multiple network, then you can find out. But here this is the static one. I fix the bridge network and you can find out the bridge network information. I know that my container is running in the bridge network, so this is the network setting path, and after that networks, and after that bridge, and after that IP address. Also you can do one thing, you can just copy the whole JSON file from here to the from top to the bottom and open the jsonfinder.com, and here after pasting it you can just extract path from here. Let's say in the network section bridge I selected and I selected IP address. I got the same thing here, same path here, network setting, network, bridge and IP address. You can get the same thing. Let's say I want to extract MAC address. So for MAC address, this is the bridge MAC address. Again I can change and I can get the MAC address as well. Let's say here IP address, instead of IP address I want to extract MAC address. It is very simple, you can extract MAC address as well. With the JSON finder, it is very easy tool. You can find any of value. Let's say I want to use driver, this is the top things. So let's say I want to config and I want to get the image. Last time we checked that one. Either you can use host name, you can copy this one and use it. Let's say nginx.config and .images, right? You can find out anything from the JSON finder and get the path, and from the path you can get the details here. Let's say I want to get the gateway, so you can find out the gateway also, right? And if I want to port, then see which kind of port available, host port and host IP address. You can get the path from here, right? Expose port, if you want to get, then you can find out the .config.expose port. Simply copy this one and paste it here. Right? And let's see another command. Get container IP address of all networks. Let's say your container is running with multiple network, then you can get all network information. Okay, so right now my container is running only with one network and IP address is assigned only one. If your container is running with multiple network, then you can get multiple IP here. Okay, get MAC address of the container. So you can, again, if your container is running with multiple network, then you can get multiple MAC address here. You can get port mapping also, right? From here you can see 80 is mapped port, and you can get the container mapped with the host port. So your container is mapped on the host port, it's 8080. Let's see it is working fine or not. 1.22.8080. You can see here Nginx is running fine, right? Get containers of all running containers. Get container IP of all running containers. You can get all running container IP address with this command. Here I use the range command. I forgot to explain. The range command is basically extract information from the network setting and from the IP address. Again, let me show you the network, where it is under the config network. Yeah, here in the network config and networks. Okay, so from here it is extract information. After networks, it get the IP addresses. Okay, and here I am passing docker ps-q, so all running containers added here. So it will print all running containers IP address. So I have, you can see here, multiple container running, so I got all running containers IP. But there is one issue, I'm not able to define, I'm not able to see which IP is for which container. For that, you can run the second command. With the container's name, you can get the IP address. You can see here. So let me clear it and run it again. Alpine IP address is to Ubuntu is 3 and test container is for UMI 5. So you can see all container name and its IP address. So when you make shell script or Python script, then this kind of script is most important for you, and you can get all information related to your requirement when you create the script for production environment, right? Let's say if you work with the Jenkins or Ansible Terraform, in that case this kind of script is required to work with the production. So again, I am going to check the restart policy. So restart policy all containers, I want to check restart policy of all containers. So here you can see the output, only one container is running with the unless stop, rest of the running with the no restart policy. And alternative, you can use the subshell command. This is the same again, right? You can either use the above one, either the alternative, this one. If you want to get environment variable of a container, let's say in variable I added my container name test container, then you can see here all variable added in my container. Either you can use this kind of things, either use docker exec and print env, right? So this is the best things. Either you can use docker inspect command and get the variable, either you can use print env. You can extract mounts and volume. So let's see. So all mount source, I want to check the all mounted source in my container. So here you can see there is 2 mount added, right? So source and destination, I want to see what is the source and what is the destination. Okay, this is very helpful. So my host is this one and pointed in the container this one. Host is temp and pointed in the container app temp. Again, you can use this, you can use the filter bind volume mount only. You can use that. This is the best thing to find out the type. This is the type volume and this is the type bind. And here you cannot find the which kind of these things available, but here you can find the its types as well. Okay, this is again you can get with the less structured. Here you can see all mounts types is available because I grep the mount, and here use the grep command -a. So what is grep -a? Let's see. You can see here -a, grep -a, what it does. It's not showing by default. -a, I think we need to check the manual command, right? Here you can find out -a what it does basically. Yeah, here this is context line control. After context it's matched, then print the number of line trailing context after matching line. So I'm printing line after, where it is, I'm printing line after matches mount. How much line I'm printing? 17 line. You can similar to run -b before context. So you can print number of lines leading context before matching line. So this is very helpful information. You can, if you want to extract, then you can use this one, right? So let's see again here, and here you can see I missed something. And volume marked, and let's see, I want to add some more lines here. It's not completing. Yes, now it's completed here. So total it's completed on 19 lines, right? Yes, see, we got all information in 19 lines, right? Similarly you can use in your shell script or in Python script. Again you can work with the log path and size. So I want to check the log path. You can see here my log path is, the complete path is here. This is the container ID, right? From here to here, this is the container ID. Again same log happening with the same name and as json.log. This is the path, complete path of Docker working directory. And you can, if you want to check the log, similar you can check the same thing. So my log is 280 KB, and here I did some more information which is not relevant to Docker inspect, but again this is most important things which I am using daily running task in my production environment. So that will be helpful. If you want to clear your log, then you can just fire this command, or if you want to backup, you can backup your log file. Let's say I'm copying it on the temporary file and API log, and let's see cat and API log. Okay, So basically it's copied. You can see all logs here, and get log size of all containers. If you want to use, either you can make it shell script, either you can run it directly. You can see here I have multiple containers, and all log size is 48 kb, 4 kb, 28 kb. With the help of this command, if you have multiple containers, let's say more than 10, more than 50, more than 100, you can identify and you can clean log based on your requirement. Again, with the docker inspect command, you can find out the resources allocation. So let's see, I want to see how much CPU assigned to my container. Here you can see 512 CPU share assigned, right? I want to see, let's say I want to check how much memory assigned. Here you can see. Again, this is the same thing I'm extracting from the config file. So you can extract any of value from docker inspect command. Okay, let's say I want to check the from the state, health and status of container name. So let's see, my container is healthy. So I extracted from the state, health and status. Okay, let's see, docker inspect and putting the container name where it is health check config. I extracted from the state, where it is state, first config, I think this is here, from the state and health, and after the status, the next one is the health, and after that status. So this is deep level of JSON extracting. You can do more practice and you can get more information from here. Okay, and alternative, I am using the jQuery. So with the jQuery, again you can extract the same thing, right? There are two types of extraction. One is the format. This is the default docker format options, but again you can extract same thing with the jQuery, right? This is the top level, and after that this one is the, let me show you, this one is the top level, and after that this braces come here. Okay, and after braces you can add state. Okay, dot state and dot health. Okay, and dot status, right? This is the root, and after that there is one block, and after that your the full path. You can see here system is showing healthy. Label and metadata, you can extract label and metadata with the format. Again you can use the same thing with the jQuery as well, right? Here you can see the app is demo and com.example.com web, maintainer is nginx, docker maintainers, all this information available here. You can extract container exit code and logging config. This is the again most important things when your container is crashing, and you can get the all information related to exit code and log config if have any. There is no log config, and if configured max log max size, then you can get, otherwise it will give you output as blank. And here you can find some executed command, docker inspect. Here you can see path argument used to start container. So I want to inspect that how container is starting. Okay, so what executed in the container, you can get it. You can see here I printed the name of container and path from where it's started. In path maybe it will be cmd or entry point command or entry point, and this is the last one argument, what argument we passed. In a hello world only one thing is there is no argument. You can see the argument section. And you can see here in the Alpine there is command docker endpoint.sh and argument pass as this one. Okay, similar you can use the next command, and you can extract only config.cmd value. Okay, so if you want to extract only cmd value, then you can extract those one also. So here you can get all cmd value. Next one is the you want to get all information with the container id. So this is the container full id. Okay, and all information related to argument and path, right? One more thing here, let's see, this is the bonus things I want to show you. If you have multiple running containers, let me tell you one case scenario. Let's say if you have one engineer which is left from your company, and they started containers without docker compose, and you want to get information which kind of configuration done by them. You want to upgrade that container, but you don't know the docker run command which they used, and there is no documentation. In that case, you can get information about that container, which kind of docker run command they passed. Simply use the docker inspect command, and I use the template to generate docker run command from created container. Let's say I have container name already created, which I added in variable, and I want to extract command from the container. Here you can see test container is running, right? But I don't know which command I used. To retrieve that command, that run command, simply run this one. After running this one, you can get all information which I passed. Let's say I passed the name test container, and runtime is runc. If you want to, then you can do this, and mount you can pass, log driver is JSON file, restart policy, again you can see here unless stopped, and publish port, right? Network is used, bridge, hostname I added custom hostname, expose 0 port, and here some environment variable. It's printing all information one by one label, and this is detach mode -d used, and tty -t and -i also used, and there is one entry point here, and image used nginx, and argument is nginx -g daemon, right? So with this help command, you can get information of running container. Okay, let's see one another command. Let's say I used nd. Okay, I want to check with the nd. Here you can see all information related to my nginx demo container available here. I started with the image Ibrar Ansari Docker nginx demo. All information you can get it, and you can rewrite docker run command or docker compose. I always tell you, don't use docker run command, go with the docker compose file. This will be helpful for upgrading containers and managing your containers in production environment. Docker run command is basically for test and dev environment. Don't use it in production, right? And additional resources I added here. You can see docker inspect command. Okay, in the docker inspect command, this is the description, usage, and they not explained as much as I explained. Yes, format and option format and log output is explained much better, but inspect command not explained as I explained here in the deep level. The next one is the format command and log output. This is the same thing which I opened there, and JSON finder you can find out from here, and simply you can get whatever you want. Let's say I want to find out some config related things, let's say health check, and in the health check you can find out retry count. So you can print .config health check and retries, right? And this is some final tips. Use JQ. Basically JQ is the separate application. You can install it, apt install JQ. Okay, sudo apt install JQ. So JQ package is already installed. You can, if you don't have if JQ don't have in your Linux, then you can install it, right? You can connect with me with social platform here, and you can hit a star if you like my Docker 0 to Hero series, and you can fork it because I'm adding more and more content here device. Then you can fork it. Okay, I think that is enough for this part, right? So let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. See you in the next video.